Right guys, it is Mr. Scotty Pie here, and as I said, the nominations have come out for the 72nd Primetime Emmy Awards. We're going to run through some of the categories, talk about some of the actors, actresses and movies that have been nominated, give my thoughts, maybe pick some films that I think may win, or films that, or actors and actresses that I'd like to win. Before I jump into this video, if you do enjoy this, do please consider hitting the like button. And if this is something you enjoy, I also do trailer reactions, movie reviews, movie talk, movie news, all things movie and things like that related. So if you do consider hitting the subscribe button, it would mean the world to me. So we're going to the 72nd Primetime Emmy Award nominations. I'll put this out there straight away. Some of the actors, actresses and TV shows and mini movies and things like that I have not seen. I believe some of these may just be America only at the moment and not got UK releases. So some of my opinions will be biased, that I don't know what these are. So as I said, I'm going to not say who I think is going to win each category, because I've not seen everything in each category. I think that would be unfair. So sometimes I might just give it a personal preference, but I'll explain that when I get to each category. So it's going to be quite a long video, so let's jump into it. Also, in the comments, do feel free to drop who you want to win each category, who you think is going to win each category, and if I say I haven't seen anything, what's your recommendation on that? Should I watch it or should I stay clear? So the first category we're going to look into is Outstanding Drama Series. The nomination is, what's the right term for that? We'll work it out. So sorry, so it's Better Call Saul, big fan of that show, loving that. The Mandalorian, amazing show. Ozark, I haven't seen but I've heard amazing things for. The Crown, loved it. Handmaid's Tale, I watched the first series, wasn't really for me, but I know a lot of people adore that. Stranger Things, incredible. Killing Eve, I watched the first 2 series. I haven't watched the newest series yet, but I've heard it wasn't amazing actually. But as I haven't watched it. And Succession, I have not seen or heard of even. My opinion on this one, I think The Mandalorian takes it, in my opinion. But I think would actually win it, maybe The Crown. I think The Crown will win it, but I'd like The Mandalorian to win it, because I think that was, I'm a massive nerd, so even though I love The Crown, The Mandalorian's more my sort of thing, and I thought it was such an innovative, amazing idea. So I think The Crown will win it, but I'd like The Mandalorian to win it. Actually, I don't want to dive too much in each section because there's quite a few to get through. I don't want this video to be hours long. As I said, always keep dropping in your what you think is going to win and your opinions. Lead actor in a comedy series is our next one. So we have Anthony Anderson for Blackish. I've never seen Blackish. It is on over here, but I just never got around to watching it. Michael Douglas in The Kominsky Method. I've heard of this, never watched it. This isn't really looking at all these things. I've not watched any of these actually, so this is the greatest category for me. Ted Danson for The Good Place. I've heard very good things about this. This is shown quite regularly over here, but never watched it. Don Cheadle in Black Monday. Never heard of that. Obviously, Don Cheadle's a legend. Eugene Levy in Schitt's Creek. Never seen it, but it is shown over here. And Rami Youssef in Rami. Never heard of that at all. I think Ted Danson will win it for The Good Place. I know it's a huge series. Ted Danson's an absolutely legendary comedy actor from Cheers and Becca. 2 shows that I absolutely adore. Becca being a really big one for me. So I'm going to throw Ted Danson in there. Will he not? I don't know. I say I've not seen any of these shows, but I'm going to guess Ted Danson. We're going to come back to this when the awards go on. You know what? I'm going to rewatch this video. I'm going to get all my who I said I'm going to think was going to win, and we're going to compare it. Okay, so stick around for that. This series, the Emmys are on the 21st of September, so come back around about that time, maybe the day or something after, and we're going to compare. So definitely look forward to that. And I'm going to compare yours as well. Put it in the comments who you think is going to win, or you want to win. We'll compare them as well. I'll try and, if there's a lot of comments on that, I'll try and get some of the best ones, some of the most imaginative ones, and we'll compare. Maybe do a competition or something, get a prize or something. If you manage to get them all right, you'll win a prize. That's a guarantee. I'll get you a prize. But you've got to put your submissions in before the awards, obviously. So, next one is lead actress in a limited series or movie. Now, okay, I've watched one of these and heard of... Actually, no, I watched a couple of these, actually, and heard of more. So we've got Regina King in Watchmen. I adored that Watchmen series. I thought it was so clever and amazing. We have Shira Haas from Unorthodox. Never heard of that series. Never heard of the actress. Kerry Washington in Little Fires Everywhere. I've heard of the series. I've not watched it, but I know Kerry Washington is a fantastic actress. I've seen her in a few things. Kate Blanchett in Mrs. America. I've heard of Mrs. America, and Kate Blanchett obviously is an absolute legend in the acting world, but never seen it. And Octavia Spencer in Self-Made. I have watched Self-Made. I thought it was alright, but just alright. Didn't really do much for me. Octavia Spencer, though, is an actress I do respect and love watching. But my opinion, so I want Regina King to win, because I love The Watchmen, and I thought she was superb in that series. She stole the whole show. Who do I think's going to win? Kerry Washington. I think Kerry Washington might take it for Little Fires Everywhere. Now it's getting a lot of traction. A lot of people are talking about that show. So yeah, Regina King's my personal preference. Kerry Washington is who I think's going to win. No, I'm getting Kerry Washington. Oh, it's going to be a difficult one, isn't it? So next one, we have lead actor in a limited series or movie. So, I've watched one of these, but heard of most of the actors. So we've got Hugh Jackman in Bad Education. Never heard that one, but obviously love Hugh Jackman. Mark Ruffalo. I know this much is true. Not heard of it, but love Mark Ruffalo. Jeremy Irons in Watchmen. Loved Watchmen, and obviously I know who Jeremy Irons is. Paul Mescal in Normal People. Not heard of the show, not heard of the actor. And Jeremy Pope in Hollywood. I've heard of the show, not watched it, don't know the actor by name. As I said, the only one I know of is Jeremy Irons in Watchmen. I thought his character was alright. I don't think he'll win the Emmy for it. I don't think this is his... I don't think this is his year for that. I didn't think he's had the big stand-up performance for me. So I'm going to go for Mark Ruffalo, just because I know how much of a superb actor he is. It's actually a personal preference, and who I think's going to win it. It's based on nothing apart from the fact that I like Mark Ruffalo as an actor. I think he's a brilliant actor. So if you've seen more of that, I'm sure you have a much more educated guess than me. So let's jump into lead actress in a drama series. Okay, so we've got Olivia Colman in The Crown. Love both The Crown and Olivia Colman. Sandra Oh, Killing Eve. Both superb, Killing Eve and Sandra Oh. We've also got Jodie Comer from Killing Eve. Phenomenal. I think she won last year as well. Jennifer Aniston in The Morning Show. Not watched The Morning Show, but obviously everyone knows who Jennifer Aniston is. Laura Linney from Ozark. As I said previously, I've not seen Ozark, but I've heard amazing things. I've not heard of Laura Linney either. And then we have Zendaya from Euphoria. I don't think I've heard of Euphoria, but obviously Zendaya I've heard of from Spider-Man and things like that. Well, oh, and Greatest Showman. My personal preference and who I think is going to win, I think this one matches again. Olivia Colman for The Crown. I think she's one of the greatest actresses this country has produced since Helen Mirren. I think she's a superb actress, and I think she's going to steal this. Like she stole the awards in the Oscars and all the movie awards last year. I think she's going to sweep it for the Emmys this year. So that's it, my personal preference and who I think is going to win. Olivia Colman for The Crown. Now we have Outstanding Comedy Series, and I've seen one of these. So we got Dead to Me, never heard of it. Insecure, never heard of it. Schitt's Creek, heard of it, not watched. Curb Your Enthusiasm, I've not watched it, but obviously it's one of the big, famous, legendary comedies of all time. The Kominsky Method, I've heard of it, never watched it. The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, never heard of it. The Good Place, obviously getting a lot of traction, a lot of good things about it. And finally we have What We Do in the Shadows, which I adore. So my personal preference is What We Do in the Shadows. What I think's going to win? The Good Place. I think The Good Place will win it. I've heard a lot of amazing things about that show, and I know a lot of people who watch it. So I think it's going to be The Good Place, but my personal preference will be What We Do in the Shadows. I all my personal preferences come through. That's always nice. Limited series. So obviously this is a mini series, or only a few episodes in the series. We have Mrs. America, which was the Cate Blanchett show. Not heard of it. Unbelievable. Not heard of it. Unorthodox. Not heard of it. Watchmen, I adored. And Little Fires Everywhere, which I've definitely heard of. So my personal preference will be Watchmen. As I said, I adored that show. It's the only one on this list I've actually watched, but I thought it was fantastic. But I think Little Fires Everywhere is going to take it. I know that's getting such big traction. A lot of people talk about it and raving about it. So I think that's going to be the one. Next, we have supporting actress in a drama series. We have Fiona Shaw from Killing Eve. Like Killing Eve, I think Fiona Shaw is a fantastic actress. So yeah, both of them fantastic. Meryl Streep in Big Little Liars. Not watched Big Little Lies, but I've definitely heard of it. And obviously, everyone knows Meryl Streep, one of the greatest actresses of our generation. We have Sarah Snook for Succession. Don't know the actress, don't know the show. We have Thandie Newton from Westworld. Loved Westworld, thought it was an absolutely amazing show. And Thandie Newton is one of my favourite actresses at the moment. I think she's amazing. Samira Wiley from The Handmaid's Tale. I said I watched the first series of that. Wasn't really my thing. Samira Wiley, by name, I don't know. But maybe, obviously, if I saw her face after watching the first series. Julia Garner for Ozark. As I said, not watched Ozark, but definitely heard of it. Julia Garner, not sure of. Helen Bonham Carter for The Crown. Obviously, I've watched The Crown, and I think Helen Bonham Carter is amazing in not just that show, but in everything she's in. I think she's brilliant. And we have Laura Dern from Big Little Liars. Definitely heard Big Little Liars. Laura Dern. The name, I recognise the name, but I can't put a face to it. So, personal preference is Thandie Newton in Westworld. I love Westworld, and as I said, I think she's one of the amazing actresses. But I think Helen Bonham Carter for The Crown will win this. I hope it's Thandie Newton, because I think she's amazing. I think she's completely underrated as an actress. She gets fantastic roles, but I think she deserves big movie productions and a lot more respect. So now we have lead actor in a drama series. We have Jason Bateman for Ozark. As I said, I've not seen Ozark, but definitely heard of Jason Bateman, a fantastic actor in both comedy and in drama. We have Brian Cox for Succession. As I said previously, not heard of Succession, but Brian Cox I think is a superb actor. Yeah, fantastic. We have Billy Porter for Pose. Not heard of Pose and not heard of Billy Porter. The Morning Show with Steve Carell. Never seen The Morning Show, but heard very good things. And Steve Carell I've obviously heard of for his comedy work and some of his dramatical roles that he's been taking part in recently. We have Sterling K. Brown for This Is Us. Not heard of Sterling K. Brown, I don't think. And this is also definitely not heard of. And Jeremy Strong for Succession. Not heard of Succession. Not heard of Jeremy Strong. So, this is a difficult one. Like, I think my personal preference, I'd like Brian Cox to win it because I think he's such a superb actor, and I don't really see him in the mainstream too much, especially at award things. So I think it'd be quite cool to see him win such an esteemed award like an Emmy. Who do I think's going to win it? I'm going to go to Steve Carell for the morning show. Based on nothing, but what I've heard from the morning show is such a fantastic series, and with Steve Carell such a respected actor, I'm going to go for Steve Carell for the morning show, based on absolutely nothing at all. Next, we're going to go for lead actress in a comedy series. We have Christina Applegate for Dead to Me. As I previously not heard of Dead to Me, Christina Applegate I've heard of. Rachel Brosnan. I'm not sure how to pronounce her surname. Brosnan. I'm not sure. And that's for the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Not heard of the show. Not heard of the actress. Issa Rae for Insecure. See, I thought I'd never heard of Issa Rae, but now I've said her name out loud, I think I've definitely heard that name before. But I can't put a face to it, but I've definitely heard that name before. Insecure I've not heard of. We have Tracy Ellis Ross for Blackish. Not watched the show, definitely heard of it. Not heard of the actress. Then we have Linda Cardellini for Dead to Me. Not heard of her, not heard of the show. And finally, Catherine O'Hara for Schitt's Creek. Never heard of the show, never watched it, not heard of the actress. So, I'm going to go for Christina Applegate for personal preference because it's usually the only one I've actually heard of. Yeah, I'm going to stick her for both from them because I've said she's the only one I've even heard of. I've not watched any of these shows, so nothing to base it on. I mean, did you pluck the name out of thin air? So let's go for Christina Applegate for Dead to Me for personal preference and who I think will win. Next, we have supporting actor in a limited series or movie. Okay, yeah, brilliant. So we've got Titus Burgess from The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Never seen Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, but I've definitely heard of it. I think this is a movie. It has a subtitle as well, but let's not spend our time on subtitles. Titus Burgess, I've not heard of. Then we have Dylan McDermott for Hollywood. Definitely heard of Hollywood. I've seen it. I think it's on Netflix. I've seen it recommended. Never watched it though. Then we have Yahya Abdul Mateen for Watchmen. Brilliant actor. Brilliant show. Jim Parsons for Hollywood. As I said about Hollywood just. Jim Parsons, obviously I know of as Sheldon from Big Bang Theory. I think I've seen him in other things as well. Fantastic actor. Not just doing comedy. Then we have Louis Gossett Jr. for Watchmen. Amazing actor for a great show. Then we have Jovan Adepo. I'm not sure how to pronounce his surname. For Watchmen as well. Obviously, great actor, great show. So, I would like Louis Gossett Jr. to win this for Watchmen. That's my personal preference. Who do I think is going to win it? Jim Parsons for Hollywood. I know Hollywood's got a bit of traction, and obviously Jim Parsons is a well-known actor, and probably the most well-known on that list. So, I want Louis Gossett Jr. to win, but I think Jim Parsons will take it. Next, we have supporting actor in a comedy series. So we have Andre Braugher from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I have watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I watched a few episodes. Yes, Andre. I know who Andre Braugher is. Yeah, brilliant, very funny show, funny actor. Daniel Levy from Schitt's Creek. Never watched the show. Don't know who Daniel Levy is. Oh, Marishala. I probably pronounced his first name wrong. I always pronounce his first name wrong. Ali from Rami. I always pronounce his first name wrong, but it's one to sort out because he's one of my favourite actors at the moment. I think he cannot do anything wrong. And he's coming as Blade as well. I cannot wait for him to be Blade. Oh. Tony Shalhoub, sorry, that was weird. Tony Shalhoub from The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Don't know the actor, don't know the show. Alan Arkin from The Kaminsky Method. Don't know the show, don't know the actor. Sterling K. Brown, the second nomination for a second show, so he's smashing it. And this is for The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Then we have William Jackson Harper for The Good Place. Obviously, I've heard great things about The Good Place. I don't know the name, William Jackson Harper. Then we have Kenan Thompson from Saturday Night Live. Obviously, everyone knows Saturday Night Live is one of the world famous, if you watched it or not, you know of Saturday Night Live. It's a world famous comedy sketch show. Who would like to win? Mahershala Ali. Please, I need to get that right one day. I am so sorry. It's embarrassing. I want him to win. Who do I think will win? I'm gonna go for Mahershala Ali. This is so embarrassing. I can't pronounce his name right. I'm so sorry. I want him to win. And as he's one of the only actors on there I really know, I'm going to say I think he'll win. And he's got such an established career already. I think it's 1 or 2 actors already. Oscars. Actors. Well, this video's going downhill quite quickly. I do apologise. So get back on track with television movie. So we have El Camino. That's the Breaking Bad movie. These old... Oh, yeah, definitely watched that. I thought it was brilliant. These Old Bones I've not heard of. Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, I've heard of, not watched. Bad Education, not heard of. And American Son, I've not heard of. So I want, obviously, El Camino to win. I thought it was fantastic. You know what? I'm going to pick it, but I think that'll win. I think that'll win. And the reason I think that'll win, even if, as I said, I've not seen the others, so I'm not sure if they're better or worse. But because Breaking Bad was such a phenomenon and such groundbreaking television, and it's obviously it ends it all perfectly and beautifully. I think they're gonna congratulate Breaking Bad as a whole with this movie and and I think this will win. And because it does such a good job at wrapping it up, I think this is gonna win. So I'm gonna pick El Camino as my personal preference and the one I think will win. So we now have a supporting actress in a comedy series. We have D'Arcy Carden from The Good Place. I've heard of D'Arcy Carden. Yeah, I've not seen The Good Place though. Yvonne Orji, Insecure. Not heard of the actress. Not heard of the show. Annie Murphy from Schitt's Creek. Don't know Annie Murphy. Don't know Schitt's Creek. I've heard of it. Not seen it. Cecily Strong from Saturday Night Live. Obviously know Saturday Night Live. Don't know Cecily Strong. Kate McKinnon from Saturday Night Live. Don't know Kate McKinnon. Betty Gilpin from Globe. Definitely heard of Globe. Heard fantastic things about it. But not got around to watching it myself yet. Betty Gilpin. I don't know the name. Then we have Marion Hinkle from The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. And also from The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, we have Alex Borstein. Not heard of either of those 2 actors. And neither heard of the show. So... I'm not great picking this. I'm going to go for D'Arcy Carden because I've heard of her for both then. Because I don't know. I don't know any of these, not watched any of these shows. So I'm going for the only actress I've heard of, which is D'Arcy Carden for my personal preference and one I think will win. If I get all these wrong, my God, I deserve a medal because a lot of these I'm just pulling out the bag. Don't worry, we are coming to the end. We've got 2 left. We have supporting actress in a limited series or movie. So that's obviously mini-series or TV movie. We have Tracy Ullman for Mrs. America. I've heard of Tracy Ullman, but not heard of the show. We have Toni Collette for Unbelievable. I definitely heard of Toni Collette, not heard of Unbelievable. Holland Taylor for Hollywood. Don't know Holland Taylor, but I've definitely heard of Hollywood. The show, not the place. This video gone so downhill, I'm loving it. Jean Smart for Watchmen. Yeah, brilliant actress, amazing show. Then we have Uzo Aduba. Let's try it again. Uzo Aduba for Mrs. America. Don't know Uzo Aduba. Not heard of Mrs. America. And we have Margot Martindale for Mrs. America. Don't know Margot Martindale. So, I think I have to go for Jean Smart for both. No, Jean Smart's personal preference, I'm going for Tracy Ullman for Mrs. America. So Jean Smart is my personal preference. Tracy Ullman is who I believe will win. So finally, after this downhill video, it's turned into something else I don't even know. We have supporting actor in a drama series. This is our last one now, so let's get through this and then we can wrap it up. Let's talk about this competition I said I was going to do, and we'll talk about the terms of that as well. Supporting actor in a drama series, we have Bradley Whitford for The Handmaid's Tale. Can't picture his face to his name, but obviously I've watched the first series of The Handmaid's Tale, as I said. Matthew McFadden, definitely heard Matthew McFadden for Succession, which I've not seen. Kieran Culkin for Succession, not heard of the actor. Nicholas Braun for Succession, not heard of the actor. Mark Duplass for The Morning Show, I've heard of Mark Duplass, not watched The Morning Show, definitely heard of it. Giancarlo Esposito for Better Call Saul, amazing actor, amazing show. And Jeffrey Wright for Westworld, love Westworld, Jeffrey Wright's brilliant actor. And Billy Crudup for The Morning Show, not heard the actor, definitely heard the show, not watched it. So, personal preference, I'm going for Giancarlo Esposito. I thought he was fantastic, amazing in Better Call Saul, and obviously he's also been in Mandalorian since, which I said earlier I adore. So, Giancarlo Esposito is my personal preference. Who do I think will win? I'm going for the only other one I know, which is Jeffrey Wright for Westworld. Yeah. Don't think he will actually win, but he's the only one I've heard of. I don't think Giancarlo Esposito will win. Or maybe he will. I hope he does. I'm going for Giancarlo Esposito for both. Personal preference and who I think is going to win. Yeah. So that's the nominations. So as I said previously, I want to hear who your personal preferences are, or who you want to win. Or personal preferences and who you think is going to win. Yeah. And I'm going to screenshot all of your comments. If you answer all of them, to enter the competition, your prize is going to be good. I might do like an Amazon gift card. I'll do an Amazon gift card because obviously that's international. So yeah, you've got to respond with who you think is going to win. Each one is category. You've got to answer every single one of these categories. I don't care if you guess or you think you've got inside knowledge. And then the day of the competition, day of the awards, obviously the day after, whenever I get a chance to film after these awards, if you've got them all right, you'll win that gift card. I'll be impressed if anyone wins this. If you do it, you deserve it. Obviously, if more than one person gets it, I'll get someone to pick one at random. But I'd be shocked because I think it's a really varied section of awards. But anyway, I've been talking for a while. I don't make you sit around and watch this too long. There's the competition guidelines. Answer all of them before. The closing date will be Sunday the 20th of September. I'll be closing it then. Yeah, so make sure you get your... Ooh, yeah, so Sunday the 20th of September. Make sure you get your in the comments. If you did enjoy this video, drop it a like. If you want to see more videos like this, obviously make sure you subscribe so you can see the Emmy Awards winner video. And yeah, please do subscribe. It will mean the world to me. Thank you very much, and goodbye. And thank you for making it to the end of the video. If you'd like to drop a like, a subscribe, share, hit the bell notification, that would be amazing. And you will see on this side of my head, you will see another video which YouTube has recommended just for you. And on this side of my head, you will see a logo to subscribe to the channel. If you want to hit that, I will love you forever. Goodbye.